All right, good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Historic Preservation Commission meeting for March 11th, 2025. Can I get a roll call, please?
Mancuso,
Present.
Amplement,
Present.
Swartz,
Here.
Waterman Culpa, Hershey, Kenzie,
Here.
Wright.
Here.
Yeah, you want to go say the rally? Everyone else that's here, like Dan. I want to do that.
For the town, Marinucci,
Here.
Fidel here, Quinn, Alba. Okay, and Howard.
All right, thank you. Our first item on the agenda is the minutes approval from the February 11th, 2025 meeting.
Kate Waterman Culpa. The only thing I found confusing was actually the minutes from the public hearing. I must have been late. You must have started and it said I was absent, but then I was voting. So maybe just a clarification there that I walked in right after the meeting was opened or something. It was from the public hearing minutes.
January. I don't think we had one in February.
On page 1 of March 11th.
No.
Public hearing, page 2, 4467 Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was from January 30th, 2025. Oh, maybe it.
The February 11th.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused by this timeline.
I think you were absent for that vote. So you might, I don't remember exactly, but I'm guessing maybe you came in just a few minutes late and maybe they did that vote first. I can go back and check it, but that would be my guess.
Maybe it needs to be clarified just like late or something.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Does anyone else have any changes or comments on the February 11th minutes? Yeah, that is
That
the
was
other one.
the public hearing minutes.
All right, hearing none, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from February 11th.
Mary Lou Mancuso, I make a motion to approve the minutes from February 11th.
All right, is there a second?
Yep, Norm Hershey will second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? Motion carries 7-0. All right, we do not have any items under new business. So I will move to old business. I would like to, well, let's start with item number 1, the new survey work plan, for which I did not do any work on, and I don't know if anyone else did.
I did not.
No. Well, no discussion, no action. We need to, actually, the members that were on that work plan, actually, let me look at my old minutes for reference. Please bear with me. Yeah, it was me and myself and Kate Waterman Culpa, and then we had a question for legal if Miss Wright could also be on the group, and I'm sorry I didn't approach legal. So actually, this is a good opportunity. Ms. Wright's interested in working on this application. However, her employment might create a conflict of interest, so we just want to clarify that with the legal department that she would be allowed in the working group.
So why don't you have a discussion with legal?
Yeah,
after
I'll
the
have a
meeting?
separate discussion.
Yep.
I'll set up a separate meeting with you guys, but just to get it in the realm. Okay, thank you. All right, Item number 2, HPC Spring Roundtable.
That was, do we have a definitive date for the Preservation Day 2025?
Yes, we do.
Can we skip ahead to that? And then we can talk about a possible date for the roundtable?
Sure. All right, so let's go back. Let's skip item number 2.
Just go out of order.
Yeah, we'll go out of order. So item number 3, Preservation Day 2025. Myself, Mr. Hershey, Ms. Mancuso met with Dr. Carrie Stiver at the BNHV. I thought it was an excellent meeting, very productive. We did come up with a date of. No, that's our next meeting day. Yeah, that's our next meeting day. We're doing Preservation Days.
Or a couple
July.
week.
That's right. July 20. Shoot.
Hoping it's hot, huh?
No. So we looked at the calendar that BNHV was available to us, and August was pretty full. So we punted to July. And I think I have a note about it in my phone. July 26th, that's what we landed on. Yeah, let me look. Yeah. Yep, it's the 26th. Yeah, we landed on July 26th. Excuse me for the delay. That was a date that was open for the museum and for the 3 of us on the planning committee. And we developed some different ideas for programming. We also reached out to a guest speaker who is definitely interested. I believe, Mary, are you meeting with her this week, maybe?
She indicated that she was on vacation
That's right.
and that she would be home this week. I today because I don't have it
That's right. Okay.
and asked her if she would provide me with that and provide me.
Okay. So we're going to have Dr. Stiver giving one of the talks. So we've changed the program a bit and reduced the number of talks to 3. And so one of them is going to be Carrie Stiver giving a talk in regards to the 50th anniversary of the site and all the buildings at BNHV. And then we reached out to Angela Keppel, who has some excellent articles online. And she is interested in also doing one of the talks. Yeah, that's who. Yep. Mary Lou's been in contact. Well, she's been in contact with her. Yeah. Oh, that'd be excellent. Great. So our next meeting as a committee is Monday the 17th via Zoom. We'll continue to expand the program. But yeah, I think we're locked in for July 26th, which is just a week before our typical date that we hold. And then we told Carrie that she can go ahead and start to advertise. And I think at the next meeting, she's going to bring in, they hired a new person in their marketing department, which will help advertise this event in a better way. We've struggled in the past to get the word out about it. So we look forward to that. So that's what's happening with that. Does anyone have any questions? Yeah. Yep. And then we'll assign tasks as they come up.
Great. So then back to the spring roundtable. So then I'm proposing the dates to check to see if this room is available, Thursday, May 15th and Thursday, May 29th. And the 29th, please. Pardon me? We did it at 6 last night. Just double checking here. Does anyone on this committee have a conflict? One of them. Yes. see if, because this room worked out very well last time.
It did.
From 6 to 8, please. 6 to 8, if you could check the availability. Thank you.
Are you aiming for a certain date or just both? Just to see which, either one?
Either one.
Okay.
And then we'll float availability of this committee and then put it out to the other municipalities.
Great. Do you want to expand it to other municipalities or keep it to what we had?
I think similar to what we had.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was a
We have a good database.
great discussion, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, next we'll look at item number 4, training and website. I've got no updates on that. I know that Brian Fidel just sent out, there's an upcoming training, I think, next week or at the end of the month. Yeah. So I appreciate the update on that. Actually, no, I do. Now that that triggered me, I did receive an email and the town received correspondence from State Historic Preservation Office. We are being audited by the state and for our CLG status. So they provided, they gave to us a list of items that we need to satisfy in order to maintain our CLG status. I believe that's due in May, like end of May or something like that. So, yeah. Yep, I met with James about it briefly. We've got a lot of it already queued up and ready to share. So it's not going to be a heavy lift. I would say there's no nothing concerning actually in any of the questions.
It's requesting documentation of our certificate of appropriatenesses, our training, all of which that we have extensively. We have our annual reports, which documents your training hours, what you've worked on annually, and it requests for a period of 5 years dating back to 2020.
Yep.
So I've already begun working with Brian in my office to start bringing that together, and we'll be able to share that with the group and ultimately the state.
Yeah, should we target sharing by our next meeting? That'd be possible.
Roughly, or what month, the 90 days?
I'll have to double check to confirm when we received it. But yes, I think that's a reasonable goal to have this reasonably compiled by April 8th, if not fully completed.
Yeah.
Can I ask when the last time we were audited was?
I feel like it was 2021, I think.
I would have to check. I don't have any recollection of it since my time, and I started with you guys around 2021. So if it did, it must have come before. But I'll have to double check the documentation that I have.
I think the information was a little different. I think when Ms. Palmer was chair, she headed up that response. I don't know who it was at SHPO at the time, but
Okay.
I think this information, I seem to remember she struggled a little to try and get all the information on paper, whereas like this is all stuff that's already existing. Like this is all, it's not a heavy lift.
No, I just did one for the village like last year.
Okay,
Same one.
okay,
I
great.
just was wondering how long it's been.
Since
to
the last
gauge-
one,
gauge
yeah.
if We're on a specific cycle.
The dates that Francis Stern put were 2020 to 2025.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how many people have attended any training so far this year, but we're good for 2024 and previous.
There was a CLG email that went out today.
That's right.
And did anybody, or yesterday, did everyone get that one?
Yes.
So it did list 2 trainings that were available.
Yep.
And then some New York State Department of State trainings that relate mostly to planning board procedures, ZBAs, open meeting laws, things like that. So if you do want credit for those, there's no way, because they're pre-recorded, that you would watch. You would just ask at the meeting for the town board to approve one of those trainings to satisfy your training requirements, and then you could watch it and it would be counted.
thought they were for free.
The,
Didn't she say the ones at the very end?
the bonus ones, right, they're free, but it does state if you click on the link that there's no way to monitor those, whereas usually there's an attendance taken because
Oh, you
these are done on
self-report.
on self-report.
Okay.
So what I've typically done on other HPCs is you just request that that video count towards your training and then you submit that you did the training. But it's just not a guarantee that the board would say that one of those Department of State trainings would be eligible to satisfy your requirements for this board. So you probably should ask before you expect it.
Good on that one?
And I'd just like to add, to commend James and Brian and Director Howard for your organizational skills. This isn't a problem because you've maintained all the records. It would be unfortunate if the Historic Preservation Commission didn't maintain historical records of our stuff. So, well done.
Very much agreed. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to comment that we did receive the History Museum memberships. I don't know if they've been mailed physically to the planning department. It should have been. I think this was about 2 weeks ago we received. Yep. Okay, great. So, in order to go take advantage of all the items at the museum, you have to take a card or know the card number, know the membership number, so you can sign in. You have to make an appointment on their website in order to go view the materials, but it is open to anyone at the dais here and anyone in the planning department that works on preservation board material. So that resource is available to all you guys if we want to research more things.
So do we get something?
I'll make sure I received an envelope of the membership packets, I believe. So I'll make sure I share those with you, this evening, actually, before you go. I'll leave. I have it in my
All right.
desk.
Thank you.
Go look in the cabinet directly to the right when you enter the cubicle. It should be a white envelope right on top.
No taking notes. No kidding. Okay. I would like to add an item to old business. I don't know, do I need to make a motion to add?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'd like to make a motion to add something to the agenda under old business. I would like to make a motion to,
Go off agenda for the purposes of adding.
oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to go off agenda for the purposes of adding a new item under old business. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Waterman Culpa. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 7-0. So item number 5 under old business, I'd like to develop a working group for the 4467 Main Street property. We received a lot of new information. This is dated March 10th, 2025. So I doubt anyone has had the chance to review this information. The working group, I know that I worked on this application after we've accepted it. Do I have anyone else that would like to join me on the working group?
I've previously been on the working group for this property, so I would like to be on it.
I will also join the working group.
And yeah,
We don't have one, it'll just be, well, we already have 3, so
Right.
one of us would have to unjoin the meeting if you want to be part of it, Norm. I'm proposing the 3 of us because we did that one to date. That's okay.
is that okay? Is that all right?
We've read all the books, not just glancing, so.
All right, so we have our working group. Do you want to communicate on maybe setting up a time to meet?
Yep.
All right, we'll do that separately. Okay, do I have to make a motion to go back? I'd like to make a motion to go back on agenda unless anyone else has anything to add to that.
Second?
All right, second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries 7-0. Back on agenda, which leads us to any miscellaneous that any board member would like to discuss? Hearing none, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Waterman Culpa. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries 7-0. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.